Alrighty, tidy then. Well, I've always been a fan of Outkast, although I've always enjoyed Three Stacks better. But hey, they come as a package. Outkast, I love them. Well, apparently, well, not apparently, according to his soon to be ex wife, she found naked pictures of Three Stacks on his phone. Now, you know how when, these, Lord, these celebrities and they wives, the husbands go through divorce, everything become bitter. Nobody really makes sense because we don't know because we don't live in a house with them. I just find it very, how can, I find it to be very shady. I've always said this. It's amazing at how everything in your life can be going completely fine, but when you become famous and different things happen, everybody want to come out the woodworks. Now y'all been married for almost 20 years, okay, and they've probably been friends since baby you knew them, okay. Okay, let's just get that together. And after, y'all, can't work it out, then all of a sudden you want to come out with these gay rumors. Honey, you're the mother of his kids. Okay? I'm going to say that again. You're the mother of his kids, and you're coming out and saying that their father could supposedly be gay. I can't get no understanding of that. I mean, I understand that you mad and he had his little harlots and all of that. Okay, baby, he's a rapper. That comes with the territory. Let's just be real. Rappers, basketball, football. Listen, baby, if he not normal, he's gonna, sow his little royal oats. Catch. As they tell, go out and sow your little royal oats. Child, sit down and you sow your royal oats and get something you can't get you in out of. Gonorrhea, STD. HIV. Anyway, yes. So she said that she has revealed graphic evidence uh, of Andre 3000's, pictures. Okay, and I don't want to see them because listen, Lord, I don't. Oh, Jesus, listen, this is what I want her to do. I just want her to get your alimony, get your child support, and move on. Because this is outrage. It's just utterly ridiculous. I find it to be utterly ridiculous that this comes out. Andre 3000 wife, get your entire life. Go raise your kids and move on. You're not going to become famous. You might as well be like Tiny and Toya and Candy and all the rest of them. Go start you a little small boutique. I think you already have. I think it's called Valentine because it was on MTV Cribs for Chris Brown's show. I need you to go continue to do that. Be a soccer mom, join a PTA. But this is outrageous. Once again, you have kids. Kids are involved. Anytime kids are involved, it's a sensitive situation. And I feel like it's outrageously ridiculous. And not only did she have something to say, her sister had something to say. This is what her sister had to say. She said, so you mean to tell me he's gay and he has a tiny, weird private area? I'm going to need him to pick a struggle. Shade, honey. Put shades on. The sun is in here and it is dark outside. I'm going to say that again. She said, I'm going to need him to pick a struggle. She went on to say, you may see an Outkast porno before you see another album. Girl, shut the front door, honey. Let me find out some more tea. Yes. But anyway, both of y'all need to get your entire life. Once again, like I said last week, quit trying to get famous off other people's fame. Honey, put in work. You do what you got to do. You'll become famous. If it's not for you, then stick to your boutique. Anyway, a man sues his wife because his kids came out ugly. And let me tell you something. Once again, kids went by. Do you not know your kids are going to grow up and search the internet? As a matter of fact, okay, kids already know the internet. They already know how to operate phones. Who in their right mind? Y'all, this is so rude and disrespect. You sue your ex-wife because your kids came out ugly. Who calls kids ugly? They can't choose who their parents were. They can't choose. It's like, dang, you ain't even gave them a chance to develop. He said when he first saw his daughter, he said she was ugly. I said, man. Okay, now, sometimes when they come out, you got to give them time to get a little color and, be like, oh, he look a little, ooh, like, oh, look a little, then you be like, oh, he's so cute. Really? Your own kid. You call your own kid, I'm sorry, not kid, kids. He said when his daughter was first born and he looked at her, he said, this is ugly. And he had to get a DNA test. And the DNA test proved that all three of those, his daughter and his two sons, were actually his. Well, get this dirt. This one happened in America, and she needs to have some African American friends to teach her the ropes, honey. Catch this dirt. He wins the case. He wins $120K. What? Really? Only for it to be revealed that she spent like $100,000 on plastic surgery. And that don't mean you sue your wife. And I'm not saying that the man was ugly himself, because, ooh, he wasn't. I said, ooh, all right. He like the dude from Ninja Assassin, and you know that is delicious, honey. But anyway, man, get your entire life. If I was her, I'd flee to America, real talk. And he won't get nothing. He won't get not a dime of my money. Moving on, Ginuwine on Twitter acting a fool is what he doing. Okay, now he already, will perform with TGT. Okay, and he be half drunk, okay, or hungover, or he be high on weed. Now, according to him, he took some Ambien the other night, and there was a reason why his tweets were so bizarre. Honey, not only was his tweets bizarre, honey, he has so many misspellings that you... Let me just give you... I'm gonna give you what he said, but it's not exactly what he said. It's what the people on Twitter had to say. And I'm telling you, Twitter will roast you completely alive. If you want anything to go wrong in your life, just say something ignorant on Twitter. Ain't you a celebrity? You ain't even got to be a celebrity no more. Chad, you could just be an ordinary person, just say something dumb and you blow up. Now, whether you want to be famous or not afterward, it don't matter. It said, this is what one lady said. She said, I'm not mad at Ginuwine for misspelling all those words. Just say it. Okay. Get this. Ginuwine and Tyrese with Facebook reading level tweets make my head hurt, yo. Shady. They said even Gucci Mane is shaking his head at Ginuwine's tweets. Complete wrong. Y'all know. Ginuwine make Fantasia look like a literate scholar. Oh, man. I'm sorry. That was funny. I'm sorry. I know it's wrong. I'm sorry, and I love me some Fantasia. People will forever roast her. Y'all, she got her GED. She's perfectly fine. Can you please leave the lady alone? She got a new album out. Go cop that because it's halfway decent. But listen, this is what he said. He said, girls, have you caught your man's best friend having his best interests at heart? Yeah. Fellas, do her friends hit you and she don't know? Fellas, do you take your granted that if you keep BSing, you wake up and she gone? Dexter St. Jacques gonna take her for a stroll. Ladies, when you talk, do you talk aggressor? Can he get in a word ever? Ladies, to kiss high before he goes, a hug him, or you just hear the door and realize he gone and won't try to make breakfast. Fellas, do you ask for it? Ought you know your woman and you make it? Fellas, when you talk to her, do you like her eyes or look down? Ginuwine, you wasn't drunk. You just can't spell. That's real talk. Listen, honey, that's not even autocorrect, honey. That's not even autocorrect. Don't be blaming that on no Ambien, okay? Because I thought Ambien make you sleep. So that means your end should have been sleep, not texting, honey. Sleep, not texting. You just as bad as Tyrese. He don't make no sense neither. I guess that's why y'all in the group. I hope Tank don't do nothing stupid, because then it's hope for him. But listen, Ginuwine, get your complete life. Go raise your 29 kids and stay off Twitter. Oh my God, if you drunk, hungover, or whatever, stay off Twitter. Because listen, they going to roast your entire life. Anyway, Pebbles finally speaks to Wendy. I don't know why. Out of all the people, a moment of silence. Out of all the media outlets for you to go to, number one, You go to the Wendy Williams show. Now I'm not shading Wendy. I like Wendy, although she's a messy bird. She's messy. But you really was struggling. Didn't nobody want to talk to you about this story because it's true. Because if the only show you can get on is Wendy Williams, and you know she has nobody on her stove but on her show but D-listers and C's. Okay, she ain't had no Beyonce. I mean, she had Kim Kardashian, but that was barely. She had Angela Bassett. Her career is like a C right now. So I mean, you really, yeah. But anyway, she sat down to talk about the alleged affair with L.A. Reid and oh Lord, Chili Lord, and the movie, which I still think is real. But anyway, on do she think Chili and L.A. Reid had an affair? She said yes. She said, now let me explain something to you. I could have caught a case had I seen something like that back then. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. Okay, so she's saying it didn't happen, but she says she still have thoughts that it could have happened. Okay, all right, let's move on to the dirt, honey. That's all I want. Anyway, on if she paid TLC $25 per week, she said, look, oh, look, she had an attitude, honey. She said, look, I can tell for this. She said, look at my boots that I got on for you, Wendy. I don't do $25 things. I'm a very generous person. That's a lie, a huge one. Pebbles, okay, let me just finish. On buying the girls an old RAV4S, she said, in terms of that, that's what you asked for, that's what you want. That's fine with me. Listen, you don't have Ferrari money. Why get one? You haven't made that. You just came out. You're a new group. I went platinum too. First new artist contracts. You do promotional tours. You do opening acts. That's not Ferrari money, honey. Oh, she said Ferrari money, honey. Yes. You just got here. You only had a couple of singles out. On if the VH1 movie claims what she claims was true to avoid lawsuit. She said now they're saying that the story was not true to avoid lawsuits. They're saying that the story was, just their, portrayal of the movie. I said, really? No, that's a lie. On her daughter's threats to Chili, she said, we don't do beatdowns. So now that I've gave you that, moves paper, about to go in. You ready? Pebbles, you came on that show and told us what? Nothing. First of all, own up to what you did. Not one time, not one single time that you admit to anything you did anything you did in that movie. Okay, you didn't say, hey, hey, listen, okay, $25 a week, they're a new artist, that's what they get. That's all you have to do is say, $25 a week in the 90s was still boo-boo. There was nothing. You was a cheapskate. You robbed those girls for their money. Then you bought them this cheap car, okay, to keep the money for yourself. And I'm not just coming for you because L.A. Reid was in on it too, and I know he was stealing. Oh, I know he was. And for these girls to be at the peak of their career and for them to be bankrupt, and then for you to say, and she spoke on that too, and she said, that's their situation. No, Pebbles, if you're their manager, okay, you oversee that. I understand that they have to have an accountant. That's true. But at the same time, Pebbles, really? Really? Then she said, in my book, I'm going to talk more about the situation. So once again, you mad about the movie, okay, because your portrayal in there was so-called fake. But now you're going to do a tell-all book. See, I'm telling you, that's the world, honey. It's so fake. So you're going to write a whole book to tell the truth. Honey, your truth is not worth a whole book. It's just worth a civilized interview. 2020, BET, TV One, call Kathy Hughes, get a real interview. Not Wendy Williams, because she don't do nothing. She just going to come for you. Okay, and that's exactly what she did. And you gave her exactly what she wanted. Okay, Pebbles, I'm sorry. Own up to what you did. Be a woman about it. Back in the day, hey, I was a thief. I stole from these girls. You ain't even got to put it in order. Dear Pebbles, get your entire life. Next time you want to do an interview to clear your name, make sure you have a good publicist, because they didn't help you at all. You didn't clear nothing. Once again, this interview made you look retarded. Okay, it made you look like you made an uneducated decision, which I know you're a well thought out person. I know you seem like you know smart. Everybody who seems smart ain't. But once again, own up to what you do. If you did something wrong, just say, hey, I did it. You know, not everything in the movie was fine. I mean, was right, but hey, you know, I mean, I wasn't the perfect person back in the day. I was young and trying to get money, just like it is now. I guarantee you right now, and even in the 2000s, when artists came out, they wasn't getting no $25,000. I mean, no $25 a week. I bet R. Kelly didn't get no $25 a week. I bet Destiny Child didn't get no $25 a week. I bet Keith Sweat, Aaron Hall, and Guy, they didn't get no $25 a week. You're not even giving them thousands. And you saying they're new artists? They were new artists with hits. They weren't new artists with top 25, and they were number 25. They were on the top 25, number one. And they had a whole lot of number one hits. And for you to do that, and for you to act like you did nothing wrong, that's fake. Okay? Then for you to say about your daughter, we don't do beat downs. Listen, y'all, but go to therapy or do something. But don't try to make money out the TLC movie that you so-called didn't like, but you're going to write a tell-all book to expose the truth, where you could just get on the Twitter rant like everybody else, like Chris Brown, Ginuwine, Busta Rhymes, and everybody else do. You could have told the truth a long time ago. And if you really wanted to tell the truth and that this really was wrong, what they were saying about you, Pebbles, you would have cleared that up right away. You wouldn't have waited like a month after the movie come out to say, well, let me do a sit down. I want to tell the side of my story that I absolutely didn't tell nothing about, because what they basically said about me was actually true. And did you see these shoes I got on? Girl, of course, if you do an interview on TV, you're going to be cute and you're going to stunt like you got some Michael Korses on. I would. Okay, and I don't even have no job that make that much money, but I still would have went to the store and got me some Michael Korses, just put some on the bottom, you know, so it won't get, you know, scuffed up. Pebbles, get your entire life. That tell-all book ain't gonna go nowhere. TLC told the truth, and no, whether Chili slept with your husband, it really don't matter. Y'all not married. If she did, she wrong. She low down and dirty.